Section 1. The Fast Track to Riches. Buckle up. It's a wild ride. Remember those guaranteed to get rich quick schemes? The ones that promise you'll be swimming in cash by simply clicking a button or investing in the next big thing. People are obsessed with finding shortcuts to wealth, often overlooking the obvious, that building true success takes time, effort, and a whole lot of integrity. This brings me to Get Rich Cheating, not as a how-to guide, but rather a hilarious yet insightful exploration of this very human obsession with shortcuts. Section 2. A Cheater's Guide to... Hold on, let's get real. Now, before you start taking notes, let me clarify. This isn't about endorsing cheating. It's about understanding the psychology behind it and, more importantly, highlighting why it's a terrible idea in the long run. Think of it as a cautionary tale wrapped in humor. Kind of like those cheesy 80s movies where the bad guy always gets caught in the end. We're about to embark on a journey that's equal parts hilarious and thought-provoking, proving that when it comes to building true wealth and happiness, there are no shortcuts, only the long, winding road of integrity and hard work. Section 1. The Allure of Easy Money, a siren song for the modern age. Let's face it, the idea of getting rich without breaking a sweat is damn tempting. We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification, where everything is available at the click of a button. The media bombards us with images of overnight success stories, self-proclaimed gurus peddling get-rich-quick schemes, and influencers flaunting their seemingly effortless wealth. We start thinking, maybe there is a shortcut after all. Maybe I can outsmart the system and land myself a spot on Easy Street. But here's the catch, my friend. That allure of easy money, it's a trap. It's the financial equivalent of those too-good-to-be-true deals you see online. You know, the ones selling designer handbags for suspiciously low prices. Section 2. Playing the System, or How to Fail Spectacularly by Being Clever. These aren't your stereotypical criminals. They're often ordinary people who believe they're just playing the system. They think they've found a loophole, a way to bend the rules without getting caught. Their logic, if you can call it that, is often a fascinating blend of self-delusion and misplaced confidence. They fail to see the bigger picture, that their actions have consequences, both for themselves and for society as a whole. And when it comes to cheating your way to the top, the fall from grace can be particularly painful. The Art of the Loophole, where cheaters find their get-out-of-jail-free cards. For the get-rich cheating enthusiast, terms and conditions are their treasure map, their guide to El Dorado. They speak of creative interpretation and exploiting loopholes as if they're crafting a masterful work of art. They brag about gaming reward programs, maxing out credit card points, and finding obscure tax deductions for things like business expenses. These self-proclaimed loophole artists often cross the line without even realizing it, convinced that they're simply working the system to their advantage. So while our artist might be celebrating their temporary triumph, reality has a funny way of catching up. Pyramid schemes and other financial fairy tales. Because who needs logic when you have wishful thinking? Ah, pyramid schemes, the multi-level marketing of the get-rich-quick world. These schemes prey on our desire for easy money and our innate need to believe in something, even if that something is statistically improbable and ethically questionable. They lure you in with promises of unlimited earning potential and being your own boss, all while conveniently forgetting to mention that your success depends on recruiting others into the same shaky pyramid. But here's the truth. In pyramid schemes, the only ones getting rich are those at the very top, the ones who got in early and capitalized on the naivety of others. The vast majority of participants end up losing money, stuck with a garage full of unsold products, and a network of equally disillusioned friends. Reality bites, when the law catches up to your creative finances. Remember those loopholes our financial artists were so proud of? Well, turns out those things have a nasty habit of closing up shop when the taxman comes knocking. Suddenly, those business expenses involving questionable spa treatments and first-class flights to industry conferences don't seem so clever anymore. The IRS, bless their bureaucratic hearts, tends to frown upon such creative interpretations of tax law. The legal system might move slowly, but it grinds exceedingly fine. And when it catches up to those who try to game it, the results can be more entertaining than any episode of Judge Judy. Section 2. The Reputation Rehab. Because nothing says trustworthy like a history of shady dealings. Word travels fast in the age of social media, and nothing spreads faster than a juicy tale of financial misdeeds. Trying to rebuild a tarnished reputation is like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. Messy, frustrating, and ultimately futile. It's amazing how quickly a brilliant financial strategist can become that person who tried to scam their way to the top. In the game of reputation, integrity is your most valuable asset. And once you've squandered it, good luck trying to buy it back. Section 3. Guilt, shame, and other souvenirs from the island of misguided ambition. Here's the thing about cheating your way through life. It might offer temporary satisfaction, but it leaves a lasting mark on your soul. We're hardwired to seek justice, balance, and a sense of ethical equilibrium. When we violate that innate sense of right and wrong, our internal alarm bells start ringing. We might have amassed a fortune, but at what cost? The price of our integrity? The erosion of our values? The loss of our inner peace? Section 4. The high cost of cheap thrills. When cutting corners leaves you spiritually bankrupt. In the end, the real tragedy of trying to get rich cheating isn't the potential legal or financial fallout, but the spiritual bankruptcy it leaves behind. When we base our pursuit of wealth on deception, manipulation, and a disregard for ethical boundaries, we create a void within ourselves. We sacrifice our values, compromise our principles, and disconnect from the very qualities that make us human: empathy, compassion, and a sense of shared humanity. Because true wealth isn't measured in dollars and cents, it's measured in the richness of our relationships, the depth of our integrity, and the legacy we leave behind. Section 1. The domino effect. How one person's cheat code can crash the system for everyone. Remember that game of Jenga? You know, the one where you carefully pull out wooden blocks, hoping the whole tower doesn't collapse on your turn? Well, cheating your way to the top is a bit like playing Jenga with a sledgehammer. Because here's the thing about systems. Whether it's the financial market, the legal system, or even just the unwritten rules of social etiquette, they rely on a certain degree of trust and cooperation to function properly. When individuals start exploiting loopholes, bending the rules, and prioritizing their own gain above the collective good, it creates a ripple effect that can destabilize the entire system. Section 2. The erosion of trust. In a world of cheaters, nobody wins, except maybe the lawyers. Imagine a world where you can't trust anyone. When dishonesty becomes the norm, trust evaporates like a drop of water on a hot summer day. We build walls instead of bridges, isolate ourselves in echo chambers of distrust, and wonder why genuine human connection feels like a rare and precious commodity. And the only ones who really benefit? The lawyers, of course, who get to bill us by the hour to navigate the minefield of mistrust we've created. Section 3. The price of inequality. When the gap between the haves and the have-nots becomes a chasm of distrust. Remember that game Monopoly? The one where you buy properties, build houses, charge exorbitant rent, and gleefully bankrupt your friends and family. It's a fun game, in a ruthless, capitalist kind of way. But here's the thing about Monopoly. It's designed to create winners and losers. And in the real world, that kind of winner-take-all mentality comes at a steep price. When cheating becomes an accepted strategy for getting ahead, it exacerbates existing inequalities and creates a system where the rich get richer, and the rest of us are left fighting over scraps. The people with the resources, the connections, and the audacity to bend the rules in their favor are the ones who reap the rewards, while everyone else is left further behind. This growing gap between the haves and the have-nots isn't just morally wrong, it's also economically unsustainable. When a significant portion of the population feels like the system is rigged against them, they lose faith in the promise of hard work and fair play. They become disillusioned, disengaged, and more susceptible to the allure of shortcuts, fueling a vicious cycle of distrust and inequality. Section 4. The collective eye roll on cynicism, apathy, and losing faith in the system and each other. Ever notice how some people seem to have perfected the art of the eye roll? That subtle yet unmistakable gesture that conveys a world weariness, a sense of here we go again, a jaded acceptance of the absurdity of it all. Cynicism, my friend, is the silent killer of hope. It's the voice in the back of our heads whispering, what's the point? Why bother trying to make a difference, to fight for what's right, to believe in a better future when the world seems determined to disappoint us at every turn? When we become inured to the prevalence of cheating, when we accept it as an inevitable part of life, we lose something precious. Our capacity for outrage, our belief in the possibility of change, our faith in each other. We become passive observers, resigned to the notion that the system is broken, and there's nothing we can do about it. And that, my friend, is the real tragedy of get-rich cheating. It's not just about the individuals who choose to cheat. It's about the collective toll it takes on our society, our values, and our very souls. It's about the moment we stop believing in the power of honesty, integrity, and the enduring truth that true success is built on a foundation of ethics, not shortcuts. Section 1. The high price of a shortcut. When cheating leaves you empty-handed and empty inside. So, we've journeyed through the wacky world of get-rich cheating, peeking into the minds of those who believe they've found a shortcut to the good life. We've chuckled at their misguided attempts, gasped at their audacity, and maybe even shed a tear or two for the inevitable consequences they face. But let's be real, the punchline is this. Cheating your way to the top might seem like a tempting shortcut, but it's a recipe for disaster. It's like trying to bake a cake with sawdust instead of flour. You might fool yourself into thinking it looks edible, but one bite and you'll realize you've made a terrible, terrible mistake. Because true success, the kind that lasts, isn't about amassing a pile of cash or accumulating material possessions. It's about building something meaningful, something you can be proud of, something that reflects your values and contributes to the world around you. And that, my friend, takes time, effort, and a whole lot of integrity. It means playing by the rules, treating others with respect, and staying true to your principles even when it's hard, even when it seems like everyone else is cutting corners. Section 2. The long game. Why playing by the rules is the only real cheat code to lasting success. In a culture obsessed with instant gratification, it's easy to lose sight of the long game. We're bombarded with messages telling us to hack our way to success, find the loophole, outsmart the system. But here's the secret they don't tell you. The only real cheat code to lasting success is integrity. It's about building a reputation as someone who can be trusted, someone who keeps their word, someone who values fairness over expediency. It's about understanding that true wealth isn't measured solely in dollars and cents, but also in the richness of our relationships, the depth of our character, and the legacy we leave behind. Sure, playing by the rules might take a little longer, require a bit more effort, and involve a few less shortcuts. But trust me, the view from the top is much sweeter when you've earned it the right way. You'll have the satisfaction of knowing you did it with integrity, the respect of your peers, and the peace of mind that comes from living in alignment with your values. So the next time you're tempted to take a shortcut, to bend the rules, to cheat your way to the top, remember this. The real cheat code to success is integrity. It's about playing the long game, staying true to yourself, and building a life that reflects the best version of who you are. And that, my friend, is a prize worth striving for. Pause 2S. Key takeaways 1. Cheating may offer short-term gains but leads to long-term consequences. 1. Ethical behavior builds lasting success and trust. 1. The true cheat code to fortune is integrity and hard work. Pause 3S. So what does this all mean for you? It means that in the grand scheme of things, the real winners are those who stay true to their values. They understand that success is not a sprint, but a marathon. They recognize that every decision they make, every action they take, is a building block for their future. Pause 2S. These are the people who leave a positive impact on the world, who inspire others to do the same. They know that while the road may be longer and the journey tougher, the rewards are infinitely greater. They build relationships based on trust, create businesses that stand the test of time, and leave legacies that outlast them. Pause 2S. Remember, integrity isn't just about avoiding shortcuts or playing by the rules. It's about being the kind of person you would want to work with, the kind of leader you would want to follow, the kind of friend you would want to have. It's about living a life that you can be proud of, one that reflects your highest ideals and deepest values. Pause 2S. So, as you navigate your own path to success, keep this in mind. The real winners are those who play the long game, who understand that true success is built on a foundation of integrity, hard work, and ethical behavior. They are the ones who, in the end, truly win the game of life. Pause 2S. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on how to achieve lasting success the right way. Pause 3S. Until next time, stay true to yourself and keep striving for excellence. Pause 5S.